Hello, hello! Welcome to another Let's Build, and this is a build that is based in my Good vs Evil Let's Play with the Worst family and them trying to take over the entirety of Willow Creek. Dun dun dun! Except for the other evil families because, you know, they're allowed to stay because they're also evil. And they're going to be their allies, perhaps. Maybe. I mean, they're all evil, so it's hard for them to ally, but you never know. So today I am building on Cypress Terrace. I'm getting to the end of Willow Creek. Only one more lot to go after this, and yeah, this is a big build. So with this build, it was supposed to be a, let's see, I think it's a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom build. 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom. So it's actually got more bedrooms and bathrooms than Oakenstead. So technically, I guess a bigger house? I don't know. Yeah, I guess. So yeah, so Cypress Terrace is supposed to have 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. Yeah, so guess who stuffs that up? You're right, it's me. I started building and what did I build? I built, I think I built 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So I get to a point in the build where I realize this, and then I'm like, how can I add 2 bedrooms to this lot without completely having to redo this build? Yeah, so anyway, that's an exciting thing that's coming up. You gotta look out for that. Me stuffing it up. Oh, great stuff. So, I didn't have an inspiration for this build, I don't think. I didn't have an inspiration for this build. But I did want to go for like a modern suburban, was the kind of vibe I was going for this one. The family that lives in here is the Seath family. So we have Alia and Margaret, and they're a couple, and there's been a little bit of tragedy in the family, and anyway, one thing led to another, and Alia has ended up with her half-sister Anastasia, who is an infant. So yeah, that's going to be interesting times for those two, because neither of them, Alia or Margaret, like children. It's just to make it a little bit tricky for them. And yes, I did that deliberately. Just for a bit of fun. But yeah, so they've got the interesting experience of having to raise a kid when they don't like kids. So yeah, fun times. But I guess they can always change that now with the change with the, well, it's Basegame, so maybe not. But I was going to say with the growing together stuff and being able to change your traits and stuff. But yeah, I'm not too sure if that can happen in just plain old Basegame. Probably not. Anyway, so I'm just working on the shape of the house, and I think it's quite a cool shaped house. I was quite happy with how this was turning out. So I wanted to do like a bit of a wraparound porch. So I've got that going on the side there, as you can see, around the back, and just working on the roof and how that's going to work. So that was a little bit of fussing around there, just with the porches and wanting those covered, and how I was going to make that sort of all work, and having, you know, like an interesting shape to the house as well, and how I was going to, yeah, get the balance right as to having something interesting without it being completely wacky and really hard to build on the inside. So yeah, it did take a bit of maneuvering around and fussing around just to really get the right shape, but I was really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, and being that this is on Cypress Terrace, I mean, we had quite a lot of money to play with. So as you see here, it's over 300,000. So yeah, I can actually put some really nice stuff in this house, which is really great. Because the build I did before this, I think, was Hello Slough, and that was like that was a starter home. So I went from not having much, basically any money to work with, to having so much money to work with. I'm like, how do I spend all this money? Yay! So Yeah, can go for the pricier items. So I don't have to use the basic of columns. I can use a fancier column, and I can use fancier stairs. So that's really nice. So just working on stairs and the entrance to the house, and porch around the the porch railings for around the house as well. I mean, we can afford those. We have plenty of money to spend, and not even the cheap railings. So yeah, there we go. I think that style of railing quite suited the vibe of the house too. So the modern suburban. And so I had a little bit of a kerfuffle. I don't know what happened, but anyway, recording fun, and so we're skipping ahead to the yard. I'm still working on the yard, but as you can see, I've coloured it dark blue with white, and I've got the landscaping in and that sort of thing. So I really don't know. I must have accidentally deleted the file where I recorded it. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but yeah. Anyway, that's okay. We're skipping forward and we're seeing what happened. I haven't done the inside at all, so the inside's still to be decorated. I've just been working on the outside and the landscaping, and it is nighttime because I was doing some lights, or I was going to be working on lights. So sorry, it is a little bit dark at the moment. It will change again. But yeah, I was working on lighting, as you can see, because it's easier to work on the lighting at night time, so you can see how it's going to look when it comes around to night time for the Sims. So there we go. So we've got a beautiful big pool around the back, and it's going to be a real socialization area for these Sims. So you've got all the sun lounges around there, and there's an area for the kids for when they get older as well. And I'm just working on this side porch area, putting in some pretty furniture, and we got like the barbecue and the bar and an eating area around the back as well. And around the front there is like a little seating area in the pretty garden with a fountain. So it's all very fancy, but I mean, we've still got 237,000 simoleons left, so you know, we've still got lots of money to spend. And a couple more bedrooms to add that I forgot about, so lots to come still. Yeah, so I was really happy with the colours and how the layout had all worked out and stuff. I thought that really suited this couple, and they're gonna, I mean, they've got money, so they're gonna have social events and lots of friends over and that sort of thing, and they're still young, so yeah, they want to have a good time. So pool parties and barbecues and all sorts. So I think they're all set up for that, which I think is great. So I'm just working on the stairs up to the top bedrooms. So there is going to be 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. There's going to be on the bottom floor another bedroom and another bathroom. I think there might be 2 bathrooms. Yes, there's 2 bathrooms in the bottom floor. So there will be the bedroom with an ensuite, and then there'll be a guest bathroom for just when people are over and that sort of thing. So that'll be the 3 bathrooms and the 3 bedrooms, and it is supposed to be 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. So yeah, I'm good at this, aren't I? So there's going to be another bedroom at the back there. So that's what I've drawn in there for the floor plan. So the bedroom is going to be sort of like the guest bedroom with a ensuite there. I'm back upstairs, and I'm just working out. Oh no, I'm back downstairs. I've turned around. So I'm just working out the kitchen and the dining area, and I've got like a little hall area as well, so a little mudroom kind of entrance room where people can put their coats and shoes. So yeah, so I'm just working out how I'm going to get the flow of the house happening, and I'm putting the dining room in next to the stairs, and then that'll flow through from the kitchen. So I think that works quite well. There's going to be I was going to put a little bathroom in behind the stairs, there, and I ended up taking out that little space as I decided that I wanted to put another bar in, attached to the dining room as well. Just as I said, these 2 are quite social, so I wanted to have that sort of social vibe to how the house is laid out, and I did fuss around with how this was all sorted because I wanted to have a really good flow, but you know, make it practical as well at the same time, so it's still quite playable as a house. And I'm just working on columns and doing the spandrels and that sort of thing so that they can have that open flow through to the dining room and then through to the kitchen from there. And popping the spandrels in, and voila. So I am back upstairs and just getting the lighting in so we can see what we're doing, because I once again started building without putting lights in. It's the way I roll. And we've got quite a large space for the living area, the living room area downstairs, so I think I play with the shape of that a little bit, because a big box like that is actually quite hard to decorate, so I need to put some more shape into that room just to make it a bit easier to decorate. And I'm just kind of laying out a basic idea for the bedrooms as they stand. So there's a sort of a master bedroom, although it's quite a small master bedroom, but it is a master bedroom off to the left, and then it'll be the nursery off to the right, and then a main bathroom in the middle there. And then just putting in the windows and working out how those are going to fit. Because of the way the roof sits, I had to be conscious of how the windows sat with those as well. So having the smaller windows, because you have to sit them higher and stuff and fit it all in. And doing the windows downstairs. So as I said, I wanted to go for a modern suburban vibe, so that's why I'm going with the windows with the shutters. And I think it kind of was a good way of breaking up all the solid of the blue, because I did have a think about having like different colours on the outside just to break up the sameness of it all, but I thought with this particular build it made more sense to have like yeah, the windows with the bright white and the shutters and that sort of thing, and that sort of broke up the plainness of the walls on the outside. So yeah, I was quite happy with how that ended up looking. And you can see I've done the spandrels around that bottom porch as well, so I think that's really pretty. And then it's the old time to, yeah, work out the windows. I thought there was too many windows because of the shutters. It was like, nah, it's too many windows now. So I had to reduce the amount of windows because like that, that's too much. And I've done it again around the side as well. So yeah, just getting that fine balance between enough and not too much. But I got there. I think I got there in the end, and it looks quite good. And also just working out how the windows fit in the spaces as well. I mean, that's always a challenge, isn't it? So yeah. And around the side, in the porch, well, I've moved on from that, but yeah, I'm just putting in another window on the side, and going back upstairs, just working on furniture in the bedroom. And that's going to be the master bedroom. So I went with a navy on that one. Now, because there's a roof that is attached to the wall, I can't change the colour of that, otherwise I'll change the colour of the roof as well, and the underside of the roof. So, and that would look funny on the outside of the house. So I am stuck with a navy wall, but that's okay. It's like a feature wall anyway, and yeah, I think it looks quite nice with the bright white paintings and stuff there. So yeah, and I put like a little open wardrobe there, just to mix it up a little bit, and also to be a little bit more practical in the way that it is laid out, because there's 2 females living in there, so you know they're gonna need some wardrobe space, gotta say. But there wasn't a lot of room to actually build out a proper wardrobe, so some shelving with the clothes underneath was gonna have to do the trick for the time being. And we're down to 195-ish thousand simoleons, and wow, we've got a lot of money to spend. It's great. I can put on all the fancy furniture and the rugs and whatever I like. So I just put in some plain white curtains. I think that looked sharper with the navy sort of vibe of the room. So yeah, just went nice and plain on that one. And I am going to do the floors, which I'm going to do in a grey, I think, initially. I don't remember if I changed it. I think it stays grey. Just as the break in the, I mean, because I'm doing sort of blue and white on the inside as a theme, but you sort of need a third colour as well just to break that up. So it's going to be sort of white and grey with more pops of blue is the colours I was going for. So I'm just working out the layout of the nursery, and just keep in mind some of this will be changing because I will need to build in a couple of extra bedrooms and a bathroom. So building up the nursery and getting that laid out properly, and I just put it in like so it would be ready and prepared for sort of your newborn, infant, toddler sort of layout. So you know that they, if they wanted to expand the family, although they don't like children, so maybe they won't, but yeah, they probably don't need the bassinet, but I put it in anyway. Because, you know, why not? Had the money. And just decorating the room, and I think that's really pretty with sort of like the purples and the pinks, and you've got the pretty rugs and that sort of thing as well. And just putting it in a rug, and I think I'll probably put some toys on there. I quite often do like a rug with the toys on, because you want like a nice little area for the kids to play where they're not sitting actually on the hardwood floor. So yeah, a cute little rug with some cute little toys. And we've got the big Bluffy. Hello Pink Bluffy, welcome. And furniture. So I'm doing a bookshelf and some more shelving there. I actually really like those shelving because you have the different colours, you get the different fronts on them, which I think is great, but I just don't keep that particular shelving because it was a little bit too big for that space, and I wanted to get the purple toy box in there. So yeah, but I really do like those shelves. I think they're great because I love being able to change the colours on the front of them. You know, simple things like that just make such a big difference to the object when you're using it. If you have, like, you know, just like little things that are different between the different colours, I think, yeah, it just makes it so much more usable. So more of that please, you know, like the rugs where you have like the different patterns and stuff like that when they have the different colours. I mean, you know, that is, those rugs are so much more usable because of the fact that you've got so many more options. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just fiddling around with the bathroom here, just working out the counters and the layout, basically. So it is the main bathroom, attached to the main bedroom, obviously, and it's going to get a lot of use. So I'm just putting in some clutter on the sinks. It's unfortunately it's a bit of a pain how we still don't have the click on the counters with that, but I'm not going to complain too much because I could have just put a couple of sinks in and then I'd have the snap for the clutter, but hey, I had to be difficult and have a matching thing going on. So that's my own choice. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's a nice pretty bathroom. And we've got the potty in there as well. Obviously that's going to be important as Anastasia gets older as well. And I went with the navy digital world tiling there, and just a plain white tiling on the bottom. And the rug, the nice long modern rug that I use all the time in Basegame only builds, because it's it's one of the prettiest rugs in Basegame. So yeah, it gets used all the time. So we flipped downstairs, and this is going to be the guest bedroom downstairs, and as you can see we can use all the fancy expensive lovely beds. So I'm going for white in the furnishing down here, and I think I'm going to pop it out with blue, but yeah, so, and it's got the ensuite off to the side there as well. So using all the nice furniture, which is lovely. And I went with, actually I really like that wallpaper for Basegame. I think it's really pretty. It's quite subtle, but it's quite a good wallpaper for blue rooms particularly, I found, with the sort of white with the little blue pattern. And yeah, so I'm going all sort of navy and blue and white, and yeah, I think that's really pretty. And you've got your grey floor, and there's a bit of room in here. It's actually quite a big bedroom. It could possibly be the master bedroom downstairs, but I was thinking I wanted the ladies upstairs beside the nursery, because that made sense for them looking after Anastasia. to be close to her. And yeah, so putting on all the fancy furniture with the dresser and the mirror, and we've got a little bit of space here, so I'm just working out what I wanted to do with that space. And so moving that door over allows me to have like a corner to work with, which is nice, you know. Otherwise you can just kind of like space, and I can't really do much with it. So yeah, so I put a big plant in the middle of there, and voila, done. Okay, so moving on to the ensuite, and going with the blue and the white again. And hey, look, we can fit in a triangle bath. Yay! So those are always nice. Fill in a nice little corner there, and because I've got the space there, I'm going to put in counters once again rather than using the freestanding sinks. So it's my own fault for the clutter, but that's okay. And yeah, just some basic mirrors and the basic, well, slightly better than basic sink, but I didn't go with an expensive sink on that one. And I'm just going to put the toothbrush holder in there in the middle, and I didn't go too wild on the clutter in the bathrooms at this stage, because I mean, while we've got lots and lots of money left, you know, it does disappear, and I've done a lot of the landscaping as well, but you know, I might still have some stuff out there to do, and yeah, still stuff to add. So I'm not going too crazy on the landscaping at this point. I mean, not the landscaping, the clutter. Oh dear. So this is the second bathroom downstairs, and this is going to just be the guest bathroom, so we'll just have the basics in it. Nothing too out of this world on that one. And once again, I'm going with the counters for the bathroom sinks, but I have left myself a little space to do a little bit more clutter on these ones, so let's see what I'll do. But it's just going to be a counter and a toilet. I don't think I put a shower in here because it's just going to be a guest bathroom, and they've got no reason to shower in my house if they're just visiting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you coming to my house and showering? What are you doing? So just throwing in the hand towels and some towels on the wall as well, just to give it a little bit of realism. And look, some clutter! Hooray! And I wish the colours were better on those rugs. Oh well, it is what it is. It's Basegame, you work with what you got. So just having a little bit of a play around with the wall colours in here, because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to go with, and I was looking at the idea of putting some curtains in as well, because it's a downstairs bathroom, and you know, just in case someone peeped in the window, because it's a social area right back onto that bathroom as well. So so yeah, so I had a look at the idea of curtains as well, and I wish there was you know, those some little blinds that only half covered the little windows or something like that. But we can keep on dreaming. One day. Alright, so we're moving on to the kitchen, and because we are rich and we can afford many things, we are doing the schmapple range in the kitchen. I mean, we're going the ultimate of the ultimate cookingware. All the fanciest things, because we can afford it. So why not? That's what I say. And I think we're just going with, is it the cargo count? Oh, what's the one? Oh, I can never remember what these are called. Anyway, going with the fanciest of counters because we're in the fanciest of houses with all our bedrooms and bathrooms and whatnot. Yeah, so that's just going to be a pretty basic layout in the kitchen, with just lots of counters, lots of space, and yeah, all the fancy things. So I'm just looking at the clutter options and seeing what we can put in there just to make it a little bit more homey, I guess is the best word for it. Should probably put in a sink and a dishwasher at some point too. Oh, there we go. 2 sinks even, oh my. And a dishwasher off to the side there so it doesn't quite ruin the look of the bathroom. I mean, not the bathroom, the kitchen. Oh no. Oh dear. Anyway, so we're getting a microwave in there and a coffee maker, because we can afford all the fancy things, and they're all the schmapple range because, again, fancy. Woohoo! And I'm putting in our fire prevention system because we're not going to build a fancy house and then burn it down, are we? I mean, that's not in the cards for us. And so just a bit more kitchen clutter. Oh boy, going in there. And yeah, I wish there was some more clutter that we could put in the kitchen for Basegame. I mean, there's not a whole lot, but I guess, you know, that's what all the expansions are for and stuff. There's bits and pieces. I mean, you can make the room look homey. And I actually decided that I was going to do something different with the windows. So that's what I did. So it went for the longer. I actually quite like the long windows for the kitchen. I think that works quite nicely. And I do wish that there were. I mean, I wish there was more options for everything, don't I? Really. And I was looking at the idea of putting in the hanging counters as well. So this is why I'm lowering the windows at this stage, and I'm gonna put in more counters, because who doesn't love cupboard space? I mean, I love cupboard space. The more cupboard space, the more things you can hide away, and it's all lovely and wonderful. To have everything hidden away so there's not so much mess around the house. I have kids, so it's something I think about. The mess they leave around the house. Like I cleaned the house this morning, and within milliseconds, like actual milliseconds, the house was after finishing the vacuum, the kids had a box of dinosaurs out, and there were dinosaurs all over the house. And this was before they went to school, and then they left all the mess and went to school. So yay, that effort of cleaning the house was so worth it. Didn't even get to enjoy it for a few hours while the kids are at school. Oh well. You know, the cleaning part is probably slightly important. Anyway, so we've moved on to the dining room. We've put a lovely bright rug in the kitchen, and the hanging counters as well. So into the dining area, and we're going to put the bar in as well. So there's going to be a little bit of a seating area there at the bar, and we'll put some background on the bar too. Not background on the bar, some displays behind the bar. And yeah, just, I mean, it's pretty bright and light, and almost like quite formal, the dining area. But I think these are the kind of people that would have quite a lot of dinner parties. I mean, they're used to the single life, or they not having children life, and yeah, so having dinner parties is part of their thing. So that big dining room definitely suits them. So onto the hallway here, and I've put in the hall table and a mirror, and I'm just working on the clutter for the hall table. So it's the fancy hall table. Honestly, we're ticking down that money. We're down to 100,000 now too. So yeah, it's amazing how quickly you can spend it. Even like in Basegame, where you don't have as many choices of things that you can buy. I mean, there's still so easy to spend all that money. So I imagine, like, you know, if you're rich in real life, it would be so easy to spend money. Because you're like, I've got so much money. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, no, I don't have any money left. I feel like that would be me if I won the lottery. So I've done the front hall area, and that's with an open archway through to the living area. And I'm just thinking about a study area as well for these guys. I was just going to have it in the corner of the living area, and then I thought about it, and I was like, well, this is quite a big living area, so why not just make this a small little study? So that's what I did, and I kept the size of it just even with the hall entrance there, just so that it was like, yeah, just symmetrical, I guess is the word I was probably looking for. And it's not a big study at all. You know, it's just a desk, a chair, a bookcase, and an easel. But I think it's just cute off the side, and I mean, it can be one of those things that, you know, guests can go in and use as well when they're visiting. So I think it works quite nicely. And then we're left with the living area. So, well, I'm still decorating the study, but yeah, onto the living area. There we go. So this was actually quite a big quite a big square space, so it took me a little while just to figure out how I wanted to decorate all of this and make it not just look like a big square space with furniture plopped in it. So yeah, I'm working through that, and also what I wanted to do with in the way of furniture and the colours and that sort of thing. So sticking to the blue at this stage, although I think I might change that because I didn't like the blue furniture with the brown edging. So yeah, so that's why I changed this to white, because I just like, if I had the brown edging on the navy furniture, I kind of had to go with the navy, with the dark brown table, and then that just looked weird amongst all the other coloured furniture. So yeah, so I had to change that, think about that and change that. But as you see, I sort of bordered in a pop of blue with the rug, with that beautiful big blue rose rug, and keeping the furniture all white with the pops of blue I think works really nicely. And it's a lot more classic, I guess, as well, and more fancy. I mean, you know, you've got kids and you've got white furniture, you're just asking to have to replace the furniture. So just as well they've got money, hey. So just getting some decoration into the living area and filling in the spaces, I guess. And I think having their little sort of assigned TV area just kind of worked quite nicely in terms of making it not look like it was a big square, because then you've got the little chess area behind there, and then going up to the stairs. And you'll notice at this point I still haven't realised that I need the extra bedrooms, so wait until you see how I do that. Oh, what a bit of fun. So I've got quite a bit of space through there, through walking through to the dining area, but I didn't want to put a lot in there because, you know, you still got to have that flow through. So this is the point where I realise Velvet forgot 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So we are just going to move on up. Here we go. So this 2-story home is now turning into a 3-story home. Fortunately, I had done a double row of stairs, and I actually had the space to put another lot of stairs going up to the next level. So it ended up not being too bad of a deal having to put these 2 extra bedrooms and the extra bathroom in. So yeah, I was actually quite happy with myself for making the decision to do the extra wide stairway, because yeah, I had the space there. So that's nice. So it's going to be a simple layout at the top. So we're going to have 2 bedrooms and the bathroom in the middle. Easy as that. And I mean, these guys don't actually need these bedrooms, but I guess if they're going to have, I don't know, elderly parents move in, or they're going to have flatmates or whatever, they've got the space there if they want it. Or maybe they'll just have long-term, you know how like in the olden days back in the I don't know, Regency era and stuff in England, and they would have those house parties and they would go on for days, and you know, they'd fill all their mansions with all their friends and stuff like that. And yeah, that's maybe what they could go for. They could have long-term guests that come over for several days for a long house party. So why not? So in this bedroom, I built a walk-in wardrobe as well, which I think is cute. And it filled that space nicely as well, because I actually ended up having a little bit of space upstairs, but that was the best way to make it work with the shape of the house and getting the stairs in and that sort of thing. So, just getting the windows in. Obviously, we don't want to put windows in the wardrobe because that would be strange. I mean, would it be strange? I mean, I would think so. I think a wardrobe would just be enclosed with no view, but maybe you could have windows in a wardrobe. I don't in this particular instance, but I guess you could. So, and there's a bathroom in the middle, and then I am just going to do a little porch around the outside of that bedroom as well. I just thought it just added like a bit of an interesting shape to the back of the house. And I'm just going to do the fencing around there, and we will support that with a column. And don't worry, I will move this particular column that's sitting up at the moment. It will disappear at some point and go down. So once again, I went with counters in the bathroom, so I'm not using the freestanding sinks in this one. And so it's going to be a double sink bathroom with a bit of clutter on it. I think that works because it is a shared bathroom. I think it made sense to have a couple of sinks as well in there. And it's just going to have your shower and your toilet, and actually a potty as well, just in case the kids are upstairs. You know, you don't want them having accidents when they're upstairs, do ya? So yep, towels in there, and I really like that that wall, the tiling that I use in that bathroom as well. I think it's actually one of the prettier Basegame tilings. And in the second bedroom, it's actually going to be a single bedroom rather than a double bedroom, just to give us more options for things, a bit more space. And I went with sort of the light blues and the greys and the whites in that particular bedroom, and I think that looked really pretty. So we have room for a dresser in there, not the walk-in wardrobe, but I don't think you necessarily need one in the single bedroom. I mean, it would be nice, but not necessary. And then, so we're all finished on that, so I'm just going to tweak the outside a little bit. So we're going to have a column running underneath. So I had to get that to sit properly by putting the roof down so I could see where I was putting it. If you're wondering what I was doing there, so that's the column there that holds up the little balcony out the back. And then I'm just going to work on the roof, so just keep it the same sort of vibe as what we had down below. So yeah, and the cornices. Yes, the cornices. I actually put I hardly ever put the cornices in builds. I just forget about them as a thing, and I think it's kind of funny how they stick out a little bit. But fancy houses need cornices, don't they? I guess. I don't know. I put them in anyway. And I think it actually looks quite pretty with the blue because it's a white, you know, it stands out with the white. So yeah, so just working out the roofing situation here, just to make it look like it's all part of the house and was the plan. So let's take a tour of what we did. So as you can see, all the beautiful landscaping around the front. I went with white flowers around all the outside because that works so prettily with the house. And we've got little window boxes and that sort of thing, and the beautiful big pool and outdoor socialization area. I think that porch is really pretty around the back, and all the windows with the shutters and stuff. I think this is such a pretty house. I would so live in this house. I would so live in most houses. I'm not that fussy, but I think that ended up being really pretty, so I was super happy with that. And yeah, I really like the garden, and I did like the little seats around the front as well, so you know, people can sit outside and talk to passers-by and that sort of thing. So let's take a look on the inside. And this is our living area, so we went with the white and the grey and pops of blue, and I think that's really pretty. I was really happy with how that turned out. And look at those spandrels, they're so pretty when they're down in this view. Going through to the dining room there, but we stop in at the study first and have a wee look at our little study. And it's another look at the bed, the lounge living area going into the guest bedroom downstairs. And that's all kitted out in the white, and then through to the ensuite through there with the beautiful tiling and the corner bath, which I love. And then we go into the second guest bath, the public bathroom as such, the guest bathroom down here. And that's just the toilet and the counters, because I mean, if they're visiting, they don't need the shower, as I said. So yeah. So let's take a look in the dining area and through to the kitchen. So I mean, there's not a lot of clutter in the kitchen, but I mean, because they've got a lot of cupboard space, so you know, they don't need too much clutter out. And upstairs we go to the second story. My first floor, second floor. Oh, I always get confused with what they're called. So anyway, this is the nursery. And then this is the the main bathroom with the spa bath and a shower, a little laundry basket and counters. I think that ended up very pretty with the blues and the whites. And then through to the master bedroom, and this is for Alia and Margaret to live in. And then we're going upstairs, and this is the bathroom for the guests, and then into the single bedroom, which I think was quite pretty with the light blues and the whites and the grey. So yeah, I was really happy with how this turned out, even though I stuffed it up a little bit with the not enough bedrooms and stuff. I think it actually ended up being prettier for having those extra layers on top. So thank you for watching, and look, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you join me there, and you can get all the notifications when I've got new stuff coming out. Sims 4 Gallery, VelvettB, and I will put this up on the gallery. Pinterest, VelvettB Sims, Twitter, VelvettBYT, and TikTok, VelvettB there too. So you can find me in all of those places. There are lots of builds up on the gallery that I've done, so have a wee peek, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!